ask you to describe how, in your view, incorporation of CEDAW into domestic law, whether by policy or by legal instrument, would help to tackle these problems and make a material difference.
Yes, well, as Article 4 states, the incorporation of CEDAW into domestic law will help the UK to adopt temporary special measures aimed at accelerating the de facto equality between men and women. These measures should have the objective of providing, of enhancing equality of opportunities and treatment, and could be removed once these goals have been achieved. Some suggestions mentioned, for example, in the General Recommendation 23 that can be adopted by the UK if CEDAW is incorporated into domestic law are the recruiting and financially assisting and training women candidates. I'm not going to provide an exhaustive list, but just some suggestions of things that can be implementing. For example, developing campaigns directed at equal participation, again, not only in terms of who is standing for office, but also in terms of content, how many policies are being advocated that actually represent women's interest, but also about people in their campaign and campaign staff. Setting numerical goals and quotas, for example, by stating that no less than 40% of any public body should be women. And I say 40%, just an example, but ideally it should be at least 50. Targeting women for appointment to public positions. So we know already from research that indicates that women need to be encouraged, and that more efforts need to be done to actually encourage women to stand for office. So targeting women for appointment will be is a good idea. And as General Recommendation 23 mentions, also setting aside for women a certain minimum number of percentage of positions in their executive bodies, ensuring that women are not consistently assigned to less favorable constituencies or the last advantaged positions in a party list, and also ensure that temporary special measures can be permitted under anti-discrimination law, rather or other constitutional guarantees of equality. But also something that I would like to mention here is something important is that CEDAW can do is denormalize the differences and actually raise awareness of the fact that women behave differently. They do have different, so they suffer from particular grievances as harassment and intimidation, the example of harassment and intimidation shows, but also have distinctive preferences and distinctive ways of acting and distinctive ways of participating in politics. And one example that was very recently given to me was about pay rises, that they know when they are hiring men, they know that the man will handle and will negotiate what they consider to be fair pay. And women are less likely to negotiate a position. So they know that, or an employee might know that, economically, women will get a lower salary than men, and that is used to explain a lot of times different types of gaps. However, understanding these differences will allow institutions to actually make provisions for those gender differences and equalize things, and without recognizing that women act and interact in different ways than men. So this will make politics and in general the UK, the society, a kinder and gender place for us all, I think.